Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and it looks like we've still got Ethereum down the most on coinpaprika.com. That's about all I want to say there. There's not anything exciting going on in the markets right now, but there is something exciting going on. Now look folks, I'm about to talk to you about PolySign. Okay, we got to be real quiet because it's the most secretive custody project in the world. And we've got to we can't talk too loud. So we don't want too many people to know about it. But they put it on at 11 Eastern time. They dropped this on Link2's platform. It was literally gone in 60 seconds. Okay, and I'll get to more of that. I want to show you. Understand? We've been talking about this company PolySign for about 2 or 3 years now. The most secretive project out there, and we still, even as I sit here, we still don't know a lot about it. But listen, today is the first day we're finding out really anything about this company. Watch this. This is Ray Fuentes.
Hi everyone,
Link2.
Ray Fuentes here, Community Director at Link2, your go-to platform for accessing high-quality private market investments and diversifying within private markets as well. A number of our investors believe that for digital assets to achieve massive global growth and adoption, it needs to be supported by institutional infrastructure. At Link2, we agree, and that's why we've added PolySign to our platform. PolySign provides custody, payments, and transaction processing, foundational components from the traditional banking and investment world. This is exactly what PolySign provides to the digital asset space in a unique and exciting way. The big reason this company is successful is their team. For example, PolySign's founder Arthur Brito is the co-founder of Ripple Labs, and PolySign's board of directors includes David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, and Tim Keeney, former vice chairman of BNY Mellon, the largest custody bank in the world. Here's a few more reasons why Link2 invested in PolySign. Their customer base includes VCs, hedge funds, corporate pension plans, RIAs, and asset management platforms. The California-based company's mission is to empower financial institutions to fully leverage digital assets globally. Founded in 2017, PolySign has over 200 clients representing more than 400 different funds and products, managing approximately 35
over 200 clients, and we don't know who any of them are.
In assets. PolySign's subsidiary, MG Stover, has an impressive client base, including more than 40 billion in AUM, the world's largest by a wide margin. PolySign completed its $77 million Series C funding round, valuing it at $502.8 million in March of this year, and the company is expected to launch its settlement layer, PolyNet, in the first quarter of 2023. This will allow for instant atomic settlement for a
remember that word.
range of asset transfers that span across the globe. As adoption of blockchain-enabled products and services continues, crypto custodians will face a complexity of differences in signing systems, methods of use, features, and smart contract languages. This is going to create massive opportunities for PolySign and its highly skilled team to showcase their skills and infrastructure required to ensure account security. These were the reasons why Link2 invested in PolySign. Please reach out should you have any questions or head over to link2.com to make an investment in PolySign yourself. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, now, so he's talking about atomic settlement on there. Well, that immediately reminded me of this. Remember when Bob Way said that Bob Way was one of the first 10 employees at Ripple? He said, once you have atomic settlement via 2 central banks, the game is over. Every other central bank will follow. So it also reminded me of this clip with Jack McDonald, the CEO of PolySign and Thinking Crypto.
I'd say the third line of our business, which doesn't get much attention or press, which is very important to us, is something we're calling PolyNet now, which has to do with building a settlement layer for a broad range of asset transfers that really spans the globe between analog and digital. And if you can envision a world where one would want to trade fiat for a fractional interest in a VC fund, or a tokenized interest in a private company, or a digital interest in a security of some sort, or fractional interest in a real asset like a building. All those different trades are happening today in respective islands or silo marketplaces. And we want to stitch those together and build a settlement layer that will allow for instant atomic settlement. We don't want to store assets on our blockchain. that we're building, but rather provide a mechanism to memorialize different aspects of a transaction and replace trust with truth in bilateral transactions, and to facilitate that in a way that benefits both the buy and the sell side.
Now, when you type in atomic settlement definition on Google, you know what comes up? First the definition, but you know what the first link is? Is this Bank of England link right here. Call for interest. This is from October 2018. Synchronized settlement in central bank money. Down here it says, what is synchronization? At the heart of synchronization is the concept of atomic settlement. This means that the transfer of two assets is linked in such a way as to ensure the transfer of one asset occurs if and only if the transfer of the other asset also occurs. Settlement is conditional. So the outcome of settlement is either both parties successfully exchanging those assets or no transfer taking place. And remember, this is Bank of England, and just this week we were covering this thread from Crypto Insight UK. My speculation, and this was his super speculation, my speculation would be that Chris Larson, maybe because he had shown this video where Chris Larson was meeting with the mayor of London. My speculation would be that Chris may be doing some work with the Bank of England. This is, of course, super speculative, but it wouldn't be far to travel. And this is Dilip Rao, landed at the at the tube station closest. Mind the Gap, by the way. I've been to London several times, at least 2 or 3 times. Closest to Ripple offices in London, also to the Bank of England, of course. Folks, this is the first time that we've really gotten to hear anything about PolySign. The thing sold out just like that at 11 o'clock Eastern. But it wasn't just that, it sold out. They put it up again at 12 o'clock Eastern, sold out in 15 seconds. I was watching it. All right. Now, folks, I want to make sure that everybody understands that we round this out. What is custody? Well, if you imagine, anytime you go and you buy stocks at E-Trade or Morgan Stanley or any of these brokerage firms that you've bought stocks over the years, you don't even think about that stock certificate, but there is one. That stock certificate is held in custody by a custodian, somebody like State Street or BNY Mellon, who happens to have a lot of ex-BNY Mellon guys that are backing PolySign. But what PolySign is digital custody. This is where the world's going, but it's bigger than the traditional custody. You know why? That was just stock certificates. What this is custodying digital assets, but at the same time, these guys are going to tokenize the world. Things that didn't used to be liquid are going to be liquid, and who's going to store it? Well, PolySign is going to be one of them, and it's the most secretive. In fact, some of the people that to get hired had to have a security clearance to even go work there. Why do you think that is? Okay, enough on that. Now, I don't know for a fact, but I would imagine, I wouldn't be surprised, especially as fast as it sold, if Link2 doesn't start putting up more of that on their platform. I was having a conversation with somebody today. This just made me laugh. One of my favorite movies is Training Day with Denzel Washington. I mean, it is a great one. But there's one scene in Training Day where, Denzel Washington's character is a bad cop. Gary Gensler always calls himself a cop on the beat. And he's going to the house of another bad cop who apparently has kind of retired. And he's basically telling the guy, hey, I just had a meeting with the main guys and they told me I have to tax you. They've got lifestyles that they need to support and all. But don't worry, I'm going to keep you from going to jail. And all I could think of when I was talking to somebody about this clip is that this is exact. We saw that news yesterday. We didn't see them come out and sue Ethereum, but remember, Gary has to save some face here to even pretend that the SEC has any legitimacy left, and that's what I think it is. I don't think you ever see them sue anybody having to do with Ethereum. I think they announce, oh yeah, we've come to a settlement agreement, to find them or whatever, And I think that they had to sit down with those guys and say, look, we got to tax you. There's too much heat out here. I think that's what that was about, because all it was just floating this concept in the Wall Street Journal. And I kind of hinted that this is one of the things I thought Gary might do down the road. But anyway, that's how I picture the meeting between Gary and Ethereum going. Digital Perspectives has put this out. I'm not going to go into this video or these things, but he's still on this thing, and I think he could be right, that the case comes down to the Reeves test, not the Howey test, and that XRP would be similar to a note. We'll keep our eyes on that. Now, this is interesting. Jungle Inc. was asking, saying, Library, congrats on your big victory tomorrow over the SEC and Gary Gensler. Library says, thank you, but there's no guarantee it comes out today. So apparently Library's case is going to be over imminently, and that could affect everything. Then Nathan Price, check this out, Framing the Central Bank Digital Currency Revolution. Universities in Sweden and Turkey seem like they are studying the XRP community tweets about CBDCs and the MCBDC. Check this out. They've literally got in their list of, they're talking about Twitter sociogram. They named XRP Crypto Wolf and James Rule XRP. So they are watching you guys. Then Stuart Alderati doubles down. Yesterday he took a shot at Gary Gensler, and now he's doing it again. Gensler said it's a security if the investing public is anticipating profits based on the efforts of a common enterprise. Well, we know Mike Novogratz literally bought Ethereum, and then he hired a guy, the way he said it, and sent him over to Consensus's office to literally have an office there in their offices. Would that be profiting based on anticipated profits? And it's also getting you a man on the inside too, isn't it? I mean, what in the world? The court's already rejected that because it collapses two separate Howey prongs into one, and we do not interpret the Howey test to be so easily satisfied. This is not the law, period. Uphold says, what tokens would you like to be able to stake on Uphold next? Mark Phillips, who's famous for the $10,000 XRP article, XRP, XLM, XDC, Quant. Thanks for commenting. That's what we need, is some staked XRP. I want to remind everybody, I'll put this link in the top of the description with the link to link. Ledger's one of my sponsors, and these guys, because of the merge, they're giving you 20% off a Ledger Nano X plus the Billfold pack. You can get it, follow my link, click on the link, tell them DAI sent you. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family, 20% off Ledger Nano S. I have several.